Hey, Jeffrey Paul, and I know that you've been waiting for some answers to some of the questions you've sent, and I also know that Emmanuel has kept up with some of your emails and your phone calls. We've sent out obviously all the video home care tutorials and more coming, but we decided to give you a little bit even more of a personal touch, a personal relationship in answering your questions, which is video. We're going to do a series of questions and answers of your real questions, many of which you may have not even asked yet, others have asked, and many that you may have the same question and it hasn't been answered yet at this point. So I want to share with you one question that came in that was very good. A client was working, a guest of ours was working with her attachment, was concerned about taking it off too soon. She wasn't sure if she's going to be able to have someone help her take it off or not, which is one of our recommendations. But in turn, she said, can I use some glue? Can I use some adhesives? And I want to truly and professionally recommend strongly that you don't even consider that. We're not even providing that in the kit because of many reasons, but let me give you some of the absolute reasoning. In our center, we have multiple adhesives that we use. Each one has been either patch test on you through the process of the years that you've been with us or months that you've been with us, and we know that it works. And we also know that when you mix other types of adhesives, two things can happen. It'd make a mess because it can get all over. Trying to put it underneath, trying to put it someplace, you have to either put it with a nozzle or you have to try to get a brush underneath there and you got hair, and it becomes what may seem easier, but a real problem. Number two is the basis that when you put that on, it can ooze out quicker because it may be two different adhesives, or the relationship is the remover that we put in your home kit may not work as well or may not work at all to try to release that. We know some of the lace bonds that they sell online and other things that they provide online to the consumer are not really the professional products that we use in our center. And as I said, dozens of different adhesives we use, from all of the different type of attachments we have and the different body types that we have, and then the remover that goes along with that very adhesive or bond at that point. So again, to the question, don't use any adhesive, especially anything that you get online or any place else. It is strongly discouraged, and really for your own good, because your investment could be ruined, and the next step during this quarantine season may be more difficult to get it off. But there is another solution. You can take your adhesive strips or your bonding strips wherever you're getting looser. And one of the things that Zena my wife always recommends, is just take a bobby pin and put it underneath there and cover the hair with it, and it really does secure nicely. But let's say that you're going to be running around the house, because we know we're not doing a lot of outside activity. You can take one of the tapes and you can simply cut it to whatever size you feel that area that is becoming a little bit more problematic. You take the backing off of the white. You want to take the white backing off if you possibly can. You work that with your fingers so that what's remaining is the adhesive strip or the bond strip on the backing, the color backing that you have in your kit, okay? And you can take that and you can take a small piece and put it up underneath the base. And when that hits the base, for instance, it'll stick to the base, and you can simply pull the backing off and press down, just like we're going to do with the attachment eventually when you completely take it off. So let me review. Number one, don't use glues or adhesives. It's not recommended, and it can create a bigger problem for you than you can imagine. The other one is that the solution for just a quick fix is either a bobby pin and a little bit of adhesive strip that we've sent to you in your kit, and you can use that as small or as whatever size you want. You just stick it up underneath, peel it back off, press it down, hold it down, and you'll see you get some good security out of that. The other thing is, before we recommend you taking it off, remember what one of our recommendations was: let it go a couple extra weeks at least, due to the fact that it'll be easier to get underneath there, the adhesive will be easier to be released, the remover will work through the system underneath it, and you'll have less mess up. So in turn, that's question one. Question two was, in fact, I'm going to use my glasses because I want to read this correctly. Do we wash our hair pieces after we use the alcohol? That is when we're doing the cleanup. Let me swap heads over here. that's when we're doing the cleanup. And as you saw us, we went through the alcohol cleaning, and the alcohol cleaning was cleaning the entire base. And then we actually cleaned some of the hair, so that hair that might have gotten some of the oil from the remover would maybe build up. Really take the time to clean that really good with the alcohol. Really, really clean that out. It should get most all the oil out of it. And no, I would not have you wash it in this state, because remember, we're not asking you to remove all of the adhesive strips, all the bond like we do in the center for you. It is not something we're recommending any of our guests to endeavor on. That's quite an adventure. So the key is that you just clean it very good with the alcohol, allowing it to give you that ability to now take your strips of adhesive or bond strips and put them over the top of that, and then put it back on, secure it. How long before you can shampoo it then? Well, the same timeline when you're here at the center. When you're at the center, we recommend what? 24 hours before you re-shampoo your hair and go through the normal process. One additional tip and recommendation is don't overstyle it. Don't go into the process of really overworking it, because you have a temporary attachment system that we've created for you with the tutorials, with the ability of testing so many products and so many things to be able to work with the multiple types of clients that we work with, that they're safe, they're easy enough, not easy, I agree with you there, not easy, but it's able to be done if you just follow the tutorials one at a time, slowly, one at a time. Do that step, then move on to the next step, and you'll find it will work for you. It is not a perfect fix. It's not the perfect solution. We know that the perfect solution is when the lift comes from the quarantine season, you'll be returning here and we're gonna just pamper you to no end. But for right now, to keep you secure while you're in your home, or you're doing whatever you're doing, very short visits outside for the grocery store, whatever it is, that you're secure enough that you look your best. And so again, to that question, do we wash the hairpiece after we use the alcohol? No. You want to let that be, but you may want to use a little extra alcohol and wipe that as clean as you can get, because alcohol, especially the 100% alcohol that we've sent you, will evaporate. And evaporation is what you want. That's what we say, give it about 10 minutes to allow itself to evaporate. Feel it. If it still feels a little oily, then clean it a little bit more. Can't hurt the hair because it evaporates out of it at that point. Just don't go use any of these products. These are professional products. Don't go overusing them. A little goes a long way. The third question we have is, do we style it before or after reattaching it? Good question, because in the tutorial we say wash and style your hair system either a day or two before you're going to remove it. Why? Because when you put it back on, it'll look very close to your style. So the answer is, I would recommend the day before you've scheduled your time, and you want to clear your schedule and be patient with yourself. Take step by step, take it slow, just relax and do one step at a time and go through the process. So shampoo the day before, style like you normally do, get it looking its very best, so that when you're ready to remove it and then reattach it, you look your very best at that point. Fourth question we're working with is, how long should we wait to wash it after we've reattached? Kind of the same question. It's 24 hours. 24 hours is the timeline to let it cure. But throughout that, you want to be pressing it, just like we teach in our maintenance videos. We want you to press it, take the towel, the friction-free towel, and press it all over. Hold it for a long time. Remember, this is Post-it note attachment. That doesn't work. That's why Post-it notes fall off the wall if you put them up on the wall. But you want to press and hold pressure and hold pressure and hold pressure, just like the same 20 seconds when we're washing our hands now to be very sterile and clean. What are we supposed to do? Sing happy birthday? Whatever it might be. Maybe you sing happy birthday in Italian, but in turn, as my wife would, you want to take the time to keep pressuring that. So when you have to put it on, do the pressure, do it with your fingers, then do it with the towel. About 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, come do that same thing, another 5-10 minutes, do it again. And it doesn't hurt throughout the day to just give it a good hold. I'm going to call it a hold instead of a press, because everybody does a press and pull. And what that does is it keeps popping it, and you're reducing the strength of the adhesive on the strips to secure themselves. It's when they make that pressure security that'll give you the best suitable. Now, is it going to be 100% secure? It is not going to be 100% secure. It's going to come off very unlikely. But in turn, remember, we're working with you to be able to give you a temporary solution. We will do everything in these question and answers to help give you more and more insights. As you ask questions, how do you ask them? Just email your questions to us. Put them on our voicemail, whatever it might be suitable for your technology ability. But understand, we are here to serve you. And you're going to get to see a video coming up very soon that represents what went on behind the scenes for the week and a half after we closed. And then it was changed because of course, the governor, wonderful governor, great government in Ohio, what they're doing and working with everybody, including the businesses. But in turn, they made a change that they went completely to close all salons. And that really made us have to turn the wheel faster so that we could get product and emails and everything else. And Emmanuel worked just incredibly in regards to taking care of you, taking care of our staff's health, taking care of all the circumstances that we could possibly do at this distancing relationship. But it's coming soon. And remember this will be over. You're gonna love coming back to the center and being pampered, and things will get back to normal. But remember, your beauty truly begins within. Keep yourself looking in the mirror, saying to yourself, I'm beautiful. Continue to remind yourself that this will be over. Continue to encourage and find the good that you will find in these days ahead of us. But it will end, and we will get out of our homes, and our businesses will open, and we will be here to serve you in every possible way. Have a beautiful day until I see you again. And remember again, beauty begins within.